All right, today we are diving into a topic that, let's be honest, affects absolutely everyone: cybersecurity. We're going to cut through all the confusing tech speak and use 3 foundational playbooks from the US government to give you some clear, practical advice. Okay, let's get into it. Seriously, just think about that for a second. We all lock our front doors, we lock our cars, but what about our digital front door? So much of our lives, our memories, our money, our work, it's all online. And leaving that door wide open is a risk we just can't afford to take anymore. So first up, let's just nail down why this isn't some niche topic just for big corporations or IT geeks. No, this is about you. It's about your family, your small business, all of us. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? Whether you're trying to protect your family photos, or the customer data for your side hustle, or just your own personal info, knowing the basics of digital security has become a fundamental life skill. It's for everyone. Okay, so now that we get the why, let's talk about the how. How do we actually start building up our defenses? Well, like any good project, it all starts with a solid blueprint. And here's our starting point: the NIST Cybersecurity Framework. Now, NIST is the National Institute of Standards and Technology. They're basically the folks in the US government who set the gold standard for all kinds of technology. So when they put out a framework, you know it's the real deal. You can think of this as the master blueprint for building a rock-solid digital fortress. You know, the most important word on this slide might be voluntary. See, this isn't some strict, rigid law you have to follow. It was designed to be a flexible playbook. The government realized a one-size-fits-all approach just doesn't work. So this framework helps any organization, no matter how big or small, to figure out its risks and shrink them in a way that actually makes sense for them. And this is the core of it: a brilliance, continuous cycle. It starts with identify. What are our crown jewels? What do we need to protect? And what are the risks? Then you protect. You build the walls, you set up the defenses. But you have to assume someone might get through. So you need to be able to detect it, and fast. As soon as you get an alert, you respond to shut the threat down. And finally, you recover to get back to normal. See, it's not just a checklist, it's a constant loop to stay resilient. But here's the thing: a perfect blueprint is pretty useless if you don't have the skilled builders to make it a reality, right? So that brings us to our next big question: who actually does all this work? Let's talk about the people. Who are the architects, the engineers, and the security guards of our digital world? Well, this is where the team builders come in. It's called the NICE framework, and it also comes from NIST. Now, NICE stands for the National Initiative for Cybersecurity Education. And that name tells you everything. This framework isn't about the tech, it's about the people. So if that first framework was the what to do, the NICE framework is all about the who you need to do it. It was created to tackle a huge problem. There just aren't enough skilled cybersecurity pros out there. This guide creates a common language so everyone, companies, colleges, and job seekers, can be on the same page about what cyber jobs are and what skills you need to do them. So how does this actually play out in the real world? Well, a company can use this to figure out they don't just need some IT person, they need a cyber defense analyst with very specific skills. It helps universities create courses that lead to actual jobs. And for you, if you're interested in this field, it's like a career map showing you exactly what to learn to become, say, a threat analyst. It's basically the HR blueprint for the entire industry. Okay, we've covered the big picture strategy for organizations and the professional teams that make it happen. But what about us? What's our role in all this? This is where our third resource comes into play, and this one is all about bringing it down to the personal level. The guidance comes from CISA, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. Think of them as the nation's cyber fire department. They help protect the big stuff, but they also give us all practical advice. And their big message is that real security starts with our simple daily habits. And they have the perfect name for it: cyber hygiene. It's just like brushing your teeth to prevent cavities. Good cyber hygiene is all about those small, routine things you do every day to prevent digital disasters. It's all about consistent preventative care. And this breaks it down so clearly. I mean, look at that column on the left. We've all been guilty of those weak habits, right? Using a simple password, clicking a link without thinking, hitting remind me tomorrow on that update for the 10th time. Now, look at the right. These are the strong habits. Instead of a password, use a long, unique passphrase. A secret sentence is way stronger. Instead of clicking blindly, hover over a link to see where it's really going. And instead of ignoring updates, which have critical security fixes, just turn on automatic updates. Let your devices do the work for you. So we've got the strategy for organizations, the professionals for the workforce, and our own personal habits. How do these three pillars all lock together? And here it is, the whole picture in one place. You've got the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, which is the high-level strategy, the what to do for organizations. Then there's the NIST NICE Framework, which is all about the people, the who does it. And finally, you have CISA's Cyber Hygiene, which is about the daily habits. That's the how you help. They all work together, from the company's boardroom right down to your own keyboard. And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. Cybersecurity is not somebody else's job, it's a shared responsibility. Every single one of us who uses a computer or a phone has a part to play in keeping our digital world safe. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a little challenge. What's one security habit you are going to start today? Maybe you'll finally turn on multi-factor authentication for your email, or maybe you'll download a password manager. Whatever it is, just take that one small step. Go lock your digital front door. It really does make a bigger difference than you think.